thank you for welcoming us today. Thank you for joining us today. Although we are coming to you virtually, our program will proceed similarly to how we would if we were in person. We encourage you to participate today with virtual congratulations and cheers on social media using the hashtag #UWinnipeg2020grad and through the live chat function in Zoom. We will begin with the invocation led by the Reverend Tanya Cardinal, Student Life Academic Advisor. Reverend Kalisnik will be followed by Indigenous Knowledge Keeper Alison Cox, who will provide a blessing upon this ceremony and upon the graduates.
Thank you for gathering with us on this day of celebration to honor the graduating class of 2020. These past months have made it very clear to me that education on our campus is not isolated from the broader context in which we are living, such as the struggle for racial justice and political discourse, not to mention the pandemic itself, and our need for research and scientific excellence. We are a community here at the University of Winnipeg who care for each other. We value diversity, and we seek out challenging new ways of being engaged in this complicated world. There is opportunity ahead, and that good work is happening in the world around you, and it's happening in the world within you. So embrace this next chapter with greater clarity, resourcefulness, and courage. Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, we come to this day of celebration with thanksgiving for the graduates here today, for their hard work and dedication, for their loved ones who have been with them on this journey, for their professors and all those who have helped them reach this goal. Help our graduates know they are resilient people, they are critical thinkers, they are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the ones called out into the world to be the change makers. Help them, God, to know and to use the education received here wisely. Open doors of opportunity and give each of the graduates the courage to take the next steps on their journey with confidence and hopefulness. Receive this collective prayer. Amen.
Bonjour. Anje Gwenea sen Disneykas, Makwado dem, Mikisudo dem, Sagamak unjidu. Miigwech Gitchimanitu, Miigwech Nokomis, Miigwech Mishomis, Shawe Manishnam, Minshum, Minu Pimatizoen, Ge Manastuyan, Gaki Min Shayang. Thank you, Creator, grandfathers and grandmothers. Bless us, give us new life to have respect for what you have given us. We are your creations. Guide us, protect us, love us as we love. We look towards our children on this special day. We give thanks to them for their accomplishments. We thank them for their courage, their commitment, and their determination. We see their strengths and their challenges met with equal sacrifice. We ask that the Creator help bless them, give them new life, and protect them as they forge new paths and dreams for our future. We also acknowledge the parents that have been waiting for this day with their encouragement, patience, and love. We thank the educators for their work, their time spent with our children, and the care they have shown them. Creator, bless the youth so they will know respect for what has been given to them. Creator, bless the youth so they will know their responsibilities. Creator, bless the youth so they will remember that love is the only way. Miigwech Pematisawin.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Honorable Ralph Eichler, Minister of Economic Development and Training, who will bring greetings on behalf of the province of Manitoba.
Good evening. On behalf of the province of Manitoba and my colleagues in the legislature, I'd like to extend congratulations to the University of Winnipeg class of 2020. I would also like to express my thanks to Dr. James Curry, Interim President and Vice Chancellor at the University of Winnipeg, and faculty for inviting me to take part in this special virtual event. The fall class of 2020, you have demonstrated dedication, strength, and have shown amazing adaptability in adjusting to learn in new ways during the COVID-19 pandemic. I would be remiss if I did not thank the faculty and the staff of the university who have also had to quickly pivot and adapt in order to guide you through this unprecedented time. The fact that we're here today celebrating the achievement of graduates in this time is a great example of a collective ability to persevere through this adversity. As you embark in the next chapter of your life, you know the workforce is a highly trained professionals who are an integral part of Manitoba's economic, social, cultural growth, and development. Now more than ever, we need to work together to support health and safety, as well as Manitoba's economic recovery. We will get through this together. The best is yet to come. Congratulations. I hope you take time to celebrate your hard-earned achievement with family, friends, and fellow graduates. You're the future of our province, a future that's full of possibilities. I wish you all the best and continued success. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Eichler. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium Dr. James Curry, Interim President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg.
Good morning and welcome to the University of Winnipeg's virtual convocation. We acknowledge that we are gathered on ancestral lands on Treaty 1 territory. These lands are the heartland of the Métis people. We acknowledge that our water is sourced from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation. I begin with this significant acknowledgement to recognize the influence the land we are located on, its history, its present, its peoples, and its relationships must have on everything we do. Madam Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the graduating class, families of the graduates, colleagues, and friends of the University of Winnipeg, I have the honor to declare open this 117th Convocation of the University of Winnipeg for the conferring of degrees in arts. At this point in the program, I would usually have a very long list of people sitting on the platform to introduce to you. Today we are live from Convocation Hall, and I am joined by our new Chancellor, Ms. Barb Gammy, and Registrar, Mr. Colin Russell, who will perform their usual roles throughout the ceremony. Our platform party typically hosts a number of university faculty, students, and staff who have made significant and worthy contributions to our institution. This is a time when we award honorary degrees to those who have demonstrated exceptional leadership and unparalleled excellence in their fields, helping to define and shape the principles and values that give meaning to our community. Today, we honor Ms. Tanya Cardinal with an honorary Doctor of Laws. An honorary degree is the highest honor the university can bestow on any individual. Those who receive an honorary degree demonstrate dedication and excellence in their field of work and have been nominated for consideration of this title. Our presentation will be slightly different today as Ms. Cardinal resides in Los Angeles and is not able to join us in person. She will be introduced by Ms. Jennifer Niepenak, Associate Vice President of Indigenous Engagement, and conferred special honors by our esteemed Chancellor, Ms. Barb Gammy.
Madame Chancellor, I have the honor to present Tanya Cardinal, who will receive an honorary Doctor of Letters. A celebrated actor of First Nation and Métis descent, Tanya Cardinal has broken barriers for on-screen representation of Indigenous peoples. She has played more than 120 roles on stage and in film and television throughout her nearly 50-year career, blazing a trail for future Indigenous artists. Her most famous roles include those in multiple Academy Award winner Dances with Wolves and Academy Award nominee Legends of the Fall, along with her U.S. television role in Stumptown on ABC. Her latest feature film, Falls Around Her, directed by Darlene Naponce, premiered at Toronto International Film Festival in 2018. She is a member of the Order of Canada and a recipient of the Governor-General's Performing Arts Awards. She has received a Gemini, an Imaginative Film Festival People's Choice Award, an Academy of Canadian Cinema and Television Lifetime Achievement Award, and many more accolades. Madame Chancellor, I request that you confer upon Tanya Cardinal the degree of Honorary Doctor of Letters for her significant contribution to the growth and development of Indigenous performing arts and her advocacy for Indigenous peoples and for the environment.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, University of Winnipeg, I admit you, Tanya Cardinal, to the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
It is now my great pleasure to introduce Ms. Tanya Cardinal to address our graduates.
Good day, graduates, faculty, friends, family. Good ceremonial day. Good day to announce the grand results of your struggles and successes over the past few years. Graduates, congratulations to you and your mentors and friends and family, and every moment that propelled you forward through to this moment. And thank you for those responsible for presenting me with this honor, Honorary Doctorate of the Arts from your esteemed institute. In these times of COVID, a mere symptom of a larger reality. What a time we're in. We're stepping in a time of transition as new life unfolds. A time of constant change, almost like morphing. New connections, surprising lineages that direct you on your new path. You're entering a new terrain. You have created a new world. Be on your eyes open, like the first day of school. Take care to be especially aware on this path. It's new, you're new. The world is new. Each meeting, visit, chance encounter, particularly with persons wiser than yourself. Knowledge that comes out of the air is a blessing. The unexpected places of knowledge has been a gift throughout our generations. We can learn valuable things in the most surprising situations, from lies, scoundrels, and thieves even. How often do we learn something that suddenly becomes exactly what we need to know in the next moment? We originally come from a world where there were no classrooms, but for the wide open associations with folks in our community, our family, our world, that is a base. That's still here in our foundations as humans in a civilization. You've learned so much from devices, instructors, practice, and exercises. Now you are the carrier of your knowledge, your inspiration, and the reason you chose this path to begin with. Remember, you are the core of this experience. Remember to take care of you. Clear your path, know your voice. Then you'll have the strength and clarity to do the best for your dreams and aspirations, and for those you love and want to interact with. Continuing your magic act of overcoming obstacles that you certainly had the practice doing these past few years. There will be time for constraints, sometimes of our own making, and sometimes it's caused by those we encounter. We are in times where truth is of the utmost importance to our freedom and enjoyment of the life force that we are. We each have a dark side, a repressed side, where obstacles await the weakness to reveal itself, which we often project onto others, our shadow side. Dun, 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 dun. We are an evolving society. It is happening within each of us, within our individuality. Each day, we see the world in a new way. We're creating energetically. Our thoughts are concrete contributions to our immediate world and to the overall energetic flow. Like when somebody is nasty, you have to work to make sure it doesn't stick on you, for example. Or if you know you're off, not in a good mood, you can be dangerous to your peace and to someone else's. We're responsible for that, the temper of the light we emit. Yes, we are going out into the new world you have created. Everywhere you go, there you are. I wish you every success and wisdom surrounding the process of overcoming your obstacles, that you find bonding through your struggles to kindred spirits and true friendships and trust between your fellow compatriots. May you know where your true nourishment is. You have learned so much. Now you get to go out there and test drive this new machine that you are. The new learnings begin. Life never quits teaching and expanding your consciousness. Your spark, your force opens the doors and windows your soul calls. Wishing you so much success in your new life. May you be connected with the force that guides you, that loves the choices you have made, and will be there for you with every celebration and consternation. Wishing you accomplishment you dreamed of and success where you were afraid to dream. May your new ideas explode into being. May you have a tether in the strong winds. May you be generous with your skill and knowledge. May you be blessed. Thanks for listening. Keep the faith.
Thank you, Ms. Cardinal, for sharing your insights and knowledge with our graduating class. There are several faculty and staff awards that we recognize during a typical convocation ceremony and celebrate at convocation dinner. We will celebrate these accomplishments at a virtual event a little later next week, but I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and congratulate some of our recipients. Dr. Jim Silver, a Professor Emeritus, for his unwavering commitment to decolonizing the university and community. Dr. James Hanley, Robin H. Farquhar Award for Excellence in Contribution to Self-Governance winner, for his dedication to the betterment of education and commitment to equity. Ms. Valerie McKinley, Clarence Atchison Award for Excellence in Community Service, for embodying best practice in academic excellence, social responsibility, and community engagement. Dr. Carlos Colorado, Marcia Hannon Award for Excellence in Creating Community Awareness, for his visionary commitment to bringing the Academy and community together and deepening public engagement. And our distinguished alumni recipient, Ms. Tina Keeper, whose lifetime of work in the arts, politics, and advocacy is a source of inspiration to all Manitobans. Congratulations to all our award winners. We have now come to the part of the program that our graduates and all who have tuned in have eagerly been awaiting. The registrar, Mr. Colin Russell, will present the graduates, and our chancellor, Ms. Barb Gammy, will confer the degrees. Each graduate will then be introduced, and a personalized slide of each will be shown on your screen. This is a rite of passage, a joyful occasion for our graduates and for the families and friends who have helped them on their way. As you see your graduate on the screen, I encourage you to share congratulations in our virtual chat and on social media.
Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate, I request you to confer upon these candidates receiving their degrees in absentia the degree for which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, the University of Winnipeg, I admit all those receiving degrees in absentia to the degrees for which the prescribed studies have been completed and with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining.
Madam Chancellor, I now beg leave to present the graduates.
The recipients of the Master of Arts degree: Kelly Barker, Amanda De Souza Miranda Carvalho, Joy Dakil, Teani Diop, Jessica Almena Ford, Kwabena Kesa, Tasnimul Zanat Liza, Alexander Morton Lucy, Sarah Saba Martin, Jennifer Meixner, Mariana Munoz Gomez, Irene Alash Ojiri, Mainan Louise Colleen Robinson, Joy Saha, Susanna Kakolom Wang, Barnabas Monbo To, Evan Donald Wickland, Jennifer Dawn Wiscombe, Ji-Yuan Gao. Recipients of the Master of Arts degree joint with the University of Manitoba: Derek Bentley, Samantha Adriana Booth, Morgan Damien Joseph Brightnose, Christopher Thomas Calesso, Jason Derek Carey, Zachary Aaron Gage, Christopher Robert Evan Green, Jenna Rose Clausen, Bodana Korneliak, Christopher Kashik, Walter Lutzi, Carmen Lee Miadime, Sean Yong Min, Jordan Grant Caxor Roy, Gregory Warren Arthur Sarr, Jared Wesley Josiah Workington, Andrew William Webster. Recipients of the Master of Public Administration degree joint with the University of Manitoba: Gonzalo Xavier Agrimbao, Tyler Bernard Paul Blaschko, Joanne Chloe Mar Correa, Amanda Joy Dunnigan, Fatima Masuma, Seamus Patrick Finnerty, Ifeanyichukwu Marilyn Idigbe, Maria Dawn Joe Hall, Jason John Kleinchar, Arthur George Ladd, McKinley Brooks Morton, Pieter William Prinsloo, Leanne Marie Shuchuk, Yunshi Jian. And now the recipients of the Masters in Development Practice degree: Henok Alamayehu Alamne, Gloria McAfee Dovo, Patricia Ayamba, Rachel Kalaba, Nontukozo Nudulovu, Titama Wanwilewan, Taylor Marianne Wilson. The recipients of the Bachelor of Arts Honours degree, receiving the gold medal for achievement in Honours History: Jackson Anderson. Receiving the Chancellor's Gold Medal for the highest standing in Science Honours and the Gold Medal for achievement in Honours Environmental Studies and Sciences: Julia Crystal Antonishin. Brittany Lynn Bauer, Justin Andre Jonathan Berard, Audrey Isabel Buse, Shelley Lena Blackley, Sasha Jean-Joseph Boucher, Andrew Roderick Brown, Leah Yvonne Marie Capello, Blake Cassidy Carter, Kendra Christine Erin Coulter. Receiving the Chancellor's Gold Medal for the highest standing in Arts Honours and the Gold Medal for Achievement in Honours Sociology, Georgia Quinn Willems de Fer. Reese Keen Delios, Jeffrey Dryden Diltz, Kinsey Tina Deanne Donald. Receiving the Gold Medal for Honours English, Jace Falk, Keenan Quinn Gomez Fonseca, Alicia Marie Fredrickson, Rachel Joy Ward Galbraith, Melina Faith Giesbrecht. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honours Women and Gender Studies, Dallas Wilson Gillingham, Lisa Gingera, Caitlin Ann Goncalves, Patricia Marie Resurrection Gonzalez, Braden Gray. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honours Criminal Justice, Silke Groneweg. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honours French Studies, Jordana Lauren Haig. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honours Theatre and Film, Dylan Robert Hatcher, Kalika Lynn Lorraine Hébert, Danielle Marie Herman, Sophia Alexandra Gilmore Hirschfield, Bronson Joel King. Receiving the University Silver Medal for the second highest standing in Science Honours, Brianne Louise Lamoureux. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honours Psychology, Emma Kathleen Lepke. Kyle Richard Lowen. Also receiving the Bachelor of Business Administration 4-year degree, Caitlin McIntosh. Katrina Leah McQuaid. Receiving the Chancellor's Gold Medal for the highest standing in Business and Economics 4-year, a Gold Medal in Honours Theatre and Film Dance Stream, and a Bachelor of Business Administration 4-year degree, Samara Marie McRory. James Martin Lawrence Moore, Salisha Mohammedi, Rainshine Morpheus, Caitlin Mostaway Parker, Andeg Jedi Mayon Muldrew. Receiving the Gold Medal in Honours Geography, Brent Albert Murray, Alexandra Neufeld, Thomas Joseph O'Rourke, Natasha Ann Reski Noraki, Venke Rudy, Adele Rudorfer, receiving the University Silver Medal for the second highest standing in Arts Honours, Nicole Claire Sievers, Brooke Christine Senishin, Sage Shelton, Fatima Faisal Sharir, Moira Taylor Francis Smee, Alexa Brittany Thiessen, Magnolia Vallis Duran, Mackenzie Walpole, Lena Venke, Christine Colleen Weens Prince, Lindsay Nicole Wright, Melanie Stephanie Roble, Sabrina Lynn Zacharias, Colleen Aislinn Zander. The recipients of the Bachelor of Arts 4-year degree, Jacqueline Amanda Lazarenko, Ibrahim Abdi Farah, Larissa Ann Aird, Bernard Joseph Alcantara, Tessa Elizabeth Allen, Victory Adamola Atilola, Shannon Hélène Bio, Alexandra Elizabeth Backham, Sydney Louise Barnes, Alyssa Michelle Bates, Jessica Lynn Helen Bednarski, Katrina May Bilal Berba, Paige Rianne Bergman, Riva Hope Costa Billows, Carrie Charlene Bowles, Jessica Boucher Cowie, Brianna Marie Brooks, Ariane Cluan Bouzet-Rivet, Sarah Dawn Campbell, receiving the gold medal in 4-year psychology, Ugona Jude Chigbo, Cody Wyoming Clark, Anna Caprice Berayan Claros, Maria Nicole Colvin, Giordana Elena Curatolo, Rebecca Cornelia Dahl, Tara Shea Damian, receiving the gold medal in 4-year International Development Studies, Jacqueline Julie Ann de Visser, Arshpreet Dhaliwal, receiving the gold medal in 4-year Rhetoric and Communications, Thomas Frederick Dixon, Jason Evan Dillon, Ian James Drysdale, receiving the gold medal in 4-year Women's and Gender Studies, Evan James Durantz, Patrick Conrad Eulalia, Megan Hope Elsbeth Fallick, Trevor Sean Friesen, Michelle Alexandra Friesen, Amanda Lynn Fraze, Zoe Legalic Massy, Laura Garand, Gaetan Denis Gauthier, Akpeven Sebastian Guduja, Stephanie Sarah Gervasio, Moira Julia Esther Greaves, Sophia Elizabeth Gross, Joelle Danae Grove, Robin Kathleen Hepner, Cole Braden Hornick, Graham Ian Husson, Rebecca Karen Howgate, Lucas Adam Hernick, Savannah Francis Hyra, Cody Collar Collins, Ariel Kaylin Keith, William Bruce Klippenstein, Alexandra Elizabeth Koslock, Nicholas Mark Kowalski, Brandon Cody Leverick, receiving the gold medal in 4-year political science, Luke Gabriel Lowen, Elizabeth Lowen, Miranda Nicole Lovinenko, Jenna Brianne Lowe, Ellen Margaret Lyons, Andrew Marcus Lysack, Lindsay Ann McCormick, Priscilla Asare Mensa, Na Nikima Mensa Edu, Andrew George Mihick, Ariana Montanino, receiving the gold medal in 4-year Indigenous Studies, Amanda Joyce Myron, Jennifer Amanda Noctigal, Olivia Catherine Faith Norquay, Brittany Nicole Nygaard, Aline Nazabomimpa, Emily O'Connor, Tijasuni Olakayode Aladele, Mila Panaskevich, Natasha Christina Pardo, Austin Paul, Jordan Adam Pearson, Michelle Perrier, receiving the gold medal in 4-year joint communications, Gabrielle Taylor Piche. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year English, Cale Joseph Plett, and our valedictorian today. Dustin Steele Porcius. Megan Phyllis Gale Powell. Megan Page Precourt. Adidja Huwagwaneza Muga Rugima. Bridget Aline Sabaran. Julian Andrew Salaranta. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year conflict resolution studies, Jana Marie Lever Samoleski. Abhishek Samuel. Elissa Bell Santin. Receiving the gold medal in 4-year history, Daniela Sarich. Samantha Ariella Yamran Speller. Jasmine Sidhu. Laura Starr Alicia Smith. Nathan William Sorakapud Jones. Samantha Lee Spence. Stephanie Lynn Starodub. Samantha Cassandra Stevenson. Marin Elizabeth Tate. Kellen Brian Taniguchi. Laura Summers Taylor. Leah Taves. Sarah Anne-Marie Van Dale. Stephanie Melitza Vuyadin. Courtney Catherine West. Mark Allen Winstanley. The recipients of the Bachelor of Arts: Hope Taylor Aaron. Mayar Abdullah. Madison Drea Adams. Najiha Ali. Nicolas Antonio Miguel Aliaga Liboun. Charles Lemuel Reyes Ambulo. Alexis Taylor Julia Anderson. Shiloh Kirsten Antonio. Farron Jean Apetagon. Austin Tyler Armstrong. Danielle Christine Arnaud. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year human rights, Morgan Elise Eyre. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year developmental studies, Aaron Charles Bachman. Ryan Stephen Baczynski. Damon Brandt Baker. Sarah Ann Bacosti. Jenny Love Toledo Balili. Lisa Dawn Barron. Yulia Barmapova. Also receiving a Bachelor of Science degree, Anastasia Yuri Balashova. Daniel Baxter. Kellyanne Becker. James Michael Bennett. Megan Ann Berrio. Brandon Jared Blank. Samantha Kate Booth. Jonathan Bordush. Tyson Paul Boris. Taylor Nicole Boucher. Jonathan Boucher. Heather Guthrin Borche. Alyssa Maria Braun. Madeline Rose Braun. Kelsey Lee Francine Broadfoot. Max Brodowski Yager. Rodney Marino Brown. Kaylee Shea Buckle. Samantha Desiree Bookert. Graham Patrick Burns. Corey Jolene Campbell. Andrea Kanak. Melissa Lauren Kerrigan. Brian Austin Casimiro. Alan Justin Casimiro. Reina Lorraine Rafael Celestino. Camille Shiwa. Julia Starlene Cirillo. Elmer Wade Gilbert Clark. Riley Ann Klassen. Lauren Margaret Cook, Jean-Marc Patrick Joseph Courcelle, Victoria Grace Cox, Reagan Dale Thompson Croy, Jonathan Conrad da Silva, Brett Gilles Daquet, Pamela Jane Almario David, Valerie Ann Dayonarung, Haley Ann Demetrioff, Shay Leanne Demke, Navpreet Kaur Dhaliwal, Jordan Craig Joseph Doherty, Isabel Gil Dominguez, Carling Fiona Douglas, Serena Celeste Dewick, Riley Shrimpton Dunn, Madison Carly Durward. Also receiving a Bachelor of Business Administration degree, Brianne Lizanne Dvorak, Peyton Julia Cork Eckert, Daniel Cole Edwards. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year History of Art, Katrina Eels, Marvelous Ehirman, Nuran Eldasuki, Lidam Engel, Derek Armand Marcel Espinel, Jasmine Rose Espiritu, Esther Chidinma Ezequim, Brandon Jonathan Farsky, Jillian Dawn Fair, Megan Elizabeth Fair, Alexis Snowcloud Fairland, Eston Louise Ferreton, Patrick Alexander Physick, Monalyn Folmes, Jason Fortaleza, Emily Bernardina Fortney, Ashley Desiree Fouad, Kaylin Leah Frankchuk, Bethany Caroline Friesen. Receiving the Lieutenant Governor's Gold Medal for the highest standing in Arts 3-year program and the Gold Medal in 3-year International Development Studies, Sarah Danielle Friesen, Jocelyn Elena Fraze, Elena Lynn Fulton, Zachary Peter Gange, Ivan Nascimento Garcia, Ian Alexander Galitz, Zuhal Giyasi, Erin Caitlin Glover, Mathieu Joseph Gaudin, Dagmawit Eshitu Habtemariam, Colleen Myra Haley, Shoja Hakimi, Kelsey Julia Catherine Halderson, David Christopher Holliday, Robbie Joel Harper. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year political science, Brendan Timothy Lawrence Harris, Laura Elizabeth Hatch, Sydney Lynn Hayduck, Jonathan Peter Henderson, Brivan Hesso, Lindsay Renee Hildebrand, Tasha Nicole Hildebrand, Daria Ashton Hildebrand. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year East Asian Languages and Cultures, Lisa Nicole Hillman, Jamie Lee Hladoon, Lisa Ellen Hawking, Haley Marie Hopgood, Kelsey Olivia Hauska, Anna Sigrither Houston, Marley Lauren Hupalo, Angelique Hutchinson, Katarzyna Alexandra Idzak, Hilary Chelsea Iliniak, Justin Ivan Ison, Janelle Leanne Gertie Jackson, Adrienne Vanessa Jans, Courtney Ray Jensen, Gordon Howe Jesmer, Talon Drew Johnston, Athan David Jones, Bridget Shelby Jorgensen. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year conflict resolution studies, Hamoud Abdurrahman Juma, Tina Lynn Cabestra, Kayla Ray Ann Kaminsky, Preet Kanwar, Stephanie Sherry Kasdorf, Anjana Katel, Arshdeep Kaur, Isaiah Reed Kennedy Follett, Cody James Kennard, Amira Ibrahim Khalifa, Faiza Alia Khan, Sungwon Kim, Naomi Rhonda Kitchen, Chantal Amy Kleincher, Anna Clausen. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Spanish studies, Rebecca Koenig, Jeffrey Daniel Kohat, Chloe Hannah Cornelson, Priya Kotecha, Allison Megan Marie Kotick, Kayleen Dawn Kruger. Receiving the University Silver Medal for the second highest standing in Arts 3-year program and the gold medal in 3-year Criminal Justice, Muskan Kumar. Emily Page Labby, Jessica Elizabeth Alice Ladisser, Raven Marie Husband Laframboise, Amber Marie Lajoie, Chanel Michel Lajoie. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Women's and Gender Studies, Lou Rabba Lamari, May Lee Lambert, Sarah Nicole Marie Lamontagne Rougeau, Marina Amanda Lamontagne Rougeau, Jessica Leanne Lavalley, Angela Dina Lavalley, Rhea Lawson, Yulian Lebedev, Suzanne Marie Leclerc, Kathleen Ledesma, Sydney Marie Leach, Jeremy Lennon Gibson, Cameron David Roger Lassy, Hongju Lee, Robin Marie Liddle, Evan Joseph Keith Lilly, Jamie Teresa Leah Lorenkas, Ian Maxwell George Lumsden, Lika Lushevsky, Anna Catriona McDonald, Braden Tucker McDonald, Abigail Grace McGillivray, Brittany Erin Macht, Mitchell Robert Fraser McRae, Kathleen Anne Marie Macara, Jonathan Graham Grant Malloy, Willow Ray Maloney, Justin Trent Marinelli, Elena Darla Mark, Giancarlo Marquez Zeni, Sean Thomas McCole, Richard Howard Joseph McCrimmon, Brittany Diane McCutcheon, Sean Tyler McGrath, Thomas Edward Mackay, Danette Ada Marie McKnight, Otanika Aula McLounder, Nelson II Mendoza, Xiaopeng Meng, Pamela Elizabeth Michaud, Alejandra Mireles Espinal, Julia Monastirska. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Rhetoric and Communications, Asha Alexandra Morley, Miranda Sky Moros, Galen Morris, Braden Ryan Cole Moulton, Jessica Munch, Carla Munoz Ferrada, Kristen Renee Miska, Emma Esther Narvi, Nadea Cora Tiayasin Nadei, Patrika Rema Neely, Ashley Leanne Neufeld, Caitlin Elizabeth May Newton, Nicholas Tuoyo Saladi Odidison, Simisola Ungunmade, Olusolo Rashidat Oki, Cody Alexander Oliver, Rena Orlov, Bo Jordan Overby, Ian Christian Char Palakpek, Paulo Antonio Becco Palone, Jan Pamela Gutierrez Paras, Ji-Yun Park, Brooke Emily Meredith Park Wilson, Jessica Alexandra Patach, Samantha Lorraine Pierce, Haley Pedrera, Julia Monique Perron, Akeisha Raquel Pauline Peters, Benjamin Michael Pohorelli, Thomas John Ponzilius, Devon Pietro Posilipo, Sergio Postica, Jamie Powell, Brittany Hope Marion Price, Annette Michelle Alice Marie Prou, Sarah Megan Provencher, Elise Sidney Prudhomme, Elliot Dawson Quaid, David Arthur Quanberry, Muna Hassan Rage, Matthew Rajiv Ramjuan, Samantha Raliak. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year English, James Henry Ray, Mitchell Calvin Rear, Courtney Deanna Reich, Sydney Ray Reimer, Natalie Page Rempel, Jade Elizabeth Robinson, Morgan Lee Rogers, Hyacinth Leigh Romawak, Elaine Jennifer Rosner, Jennifer Nicole Russell, Stephen Elliott Jacob Ruzick, Mackenzie Autumn Salamandic, Jessica Vivian Francis Saylor, Amina Saran, Martina Saunders, Shubhangi Saxena, Rena Schellenberg, Ian Gordon Schneider, Melissa Haley Scott, Katerina Semenyak, Yu Shi, Alexandra Scarlett, McKenna Maria Short, David Thompson Harris Sims, Shelby Christine Sinclair, Harvey Singh, Harpreet Singh, Reed Marin Siterick, Chesney Maida Spence, Catherine Elizabeth Spensler, Matthew Carton Johnson Spruill, Vedran Stankovic, Nicole Stanley, Stephanie Tracy Strempler, Darian Elizabeth Stroud, Dana Katharina Silvestre, Sarah Minnie Marguerite Taylor, Michael Teitzma. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year theater and film, Luke Michael Till, Melissa Joy Thomas, Kelsey Ann Thompson, Andrew Stephen Thompson, Erika Cyriline Thorsteinsen. Caitlin Elizabeth Torchia. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Indigenous Studies, Florence Jean Toll. Louise Tranchant. Eric Michael Traeger. Patricia Ann Trinidad. Jennifer Laurie Trujan. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Sociology, Shreya Tuladar. Gailey Tongwar Quigwong. Charlene Marlis Tweed. Maria Hilda Rosa Van Wellingham. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Geography, Amanda Caitlin Vincent. Nicholas Alexander Vincenton. Scott Paul Walker. Victoria Isabella Wansick. Bryn Annalise Wanhella. Mallory Lynn Watson. Genevieve Marie Wheeler. Andrew Michael Wiebe. Brooke Julia Wielgosh. Sean William Wilms. Emlyn Gabrielle Winstanley Davis. Cassie Witt. Evan Fisher Woolgamut. Danielle Brianne Wozni. Laura Ann Martina Wirsch. Alyssa Ashley Ann Wirch. Krishna Yagambrun. Megan Lindsay Yalawega. Receiving the gold medal in 3-year Rhetoric and Communications, Chelsea Faith Young. Brian Thomas Young. Kelty Aaron McConnell Young. Bobby Marie Christina Uzark. Monica Zimnicki.
From February, June, and October, the Arts Graduating Class of 2020.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Mr. Russell. Graduates, as your images scrolled across the screen, you crossed a virtual stage surrounded by cheering faculty, staff, family, and friends. We will be continuing to cheer for you as you go on to achieve great things and make an impact on the community in your own unique way. I now have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Glenn Moulaison, Dean of Arts, to share congratulations on behalf of all faculty and staff.
My name is Glenn Moulaison, and I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Arts. I have been attending Convocation and handing out degrees to hundreds of arts graduates every year for the past decade or so. But this year is quite different. There is no platform for you to proudly walk across, hoping not to stumble. This year is quite different. There are no family and friends to cheer you on, sometimes hoping to get a reaction out of you. This year is quite different. There is no chance for you to have an awkward photo taken of you and me, one of us hoping neither towers over the other. This year is quite different from all the others, and we all know why that is. These are uncertain times. However, this year is the same as all the others, and we all know why that is too. These are uncertain times, but of this I am certain. Once I hand you your degree, it is forever yours, and no one can take it and everything it represents, the hard work, the sacrifices, the challenges overcome. No one can take it away. It has always been that way, and it forever will be, in spite of what's going on in the world. So on behalf of all our faculty members, staff, and alumni, I am here to congratulate you on your achievement, your determination and hard work, and I wish you a bright future. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn. On an occasion such as this, it's important to hear from the students. It is, after all, your day. And so I would like to introduce our valedictorian, Mr. Cale Plett. It was a single class that turned Cale Plett's initial notions around and led him to pursue his passion at the University of Winnipeg. Plett, they, will graduate with a BA in English, Creative Writing, after 4 years applied to studies at Winnipeg. But that wasn't always the path he felt he was destined to follow. I wasn't planning on studying English, and then I had Intro English with Jonathan Ball in my first year at Winnipeg, and I thought, wait, this is exactly what I want to be doing, said Plett. Plett lauded Winnipeg's creative writing program and said it led to a more intensive study of the craft. Plett's works of poetry have since been printed in a wide variety of publications, including Winnipeg's literary journal Juice, an eclectic quarterly grain magazine out of Saskatchewan, and will soon be seen in CV2, the nationally recognized Winnipeg literary journal. Plett plans to pursue postgraduate studies, but for now the focus is on rest, a concept that can easily be overlooked while toiling through the stresses of the world. I would describe myself as a writer. I would describe myself as an ally, and my project right now is learning to rest, which is different than learning to stop moving, Plett says. You can spend a lot of time in university trying to prove how smart you are, and sometimes in there you forget how to listen to people and remember how much you don't know. Graduates, your valedictorian, Cale Plett.
Hello, fellow arts graduates, U of W faculty and staff, friends and family, and those people who have no connection to this convocation whatsoever, but have decided to use the live stream as a source of pleasant and lightly inspiring background noise. Welcome. If you stick around, I promise to crank it up to medium inspiring by the end of my speech. When the university called to offer me the role of arts valedictorian, my response was not what you'd describe as confidence inspiring. Now, it was morning, and the vice president and academic was unexpectedly calling me on the phone, which is a very unsettling combination. But I was a lot more frazzled than I would have liked to be. If I could redo it, I would just say various phrases containing the word honor. And I probably wouldn't ask if I could have some time to think about it and get back to them, which is what I did. Apparently, that is not something anyone ever asks in response to being named valedictorian. So I said yes, and sincerely, I'm honored to represent the 2020 arts graduates. This sensation of needing things to slow down, needing more time, and not feeling like those options were available was a constant for me in university. I was either feeling it, or I was talking to another student who was. Some of that time pressure was all right, because it was about the sheer volume of new ideas. And some of that relentlessness came from a deep, internalized valorization of grind culture. University taught me how to learn, and now I'm trying to use that ability to learn something that university didn't teach me, how to rest. In my second year, I counted how many more syllabi I would receive in my degree, and I thought, that's how many more bad panic attacks I'll have in class before I graduate. And it didn't even occur to me that my body was telling me something. I just thought I'd push through it, because the cultural narratives I knew taught me that pushing through is heroic. I want to quote the Nap Ministry, which is a project founded by womanist, artist, and theologian Tricia Hershey. The Nap Ministry says, simply, you don't have to earn rest. To me, every syllabus represented a strain on my mental health, not because of workload, but because I read it as something that must be completed before I could allow myself to rest again. When I was told I was valedictorian, I panicked because my first thought was that I had to write an exceptional speech in order to be worthy of rest. With that as an internal state, it's impossible to rest even when you stop working. The Nap Ministry says to stop deprioritizing rest by telling yourself you'll take a break once things are less busy or once all the available work is done. It says, you are not a machine and your value is not contingent on your output. Now, all of us are at the start of pursuing further challenges. Another degree, research, work, art, just living. And that instinct to define our value by how hard we work is going to kick in. So resist it, take time to rest, and breathe. Let's take a moment to consciously remember that numeric measures of success are not marks of pure effort and ability. Often these measures are stories of obsessive and unwell work patterns, of unearned advantage or accumulations of privilege. I know people graduating today live with intersections of stressors beyond anything I've ever experienced, and you've made it here too. Personally, it took a lot of people's kindness and patience to help me get here. I'd like to thank the faculty and staff of the English department, especially Professors Margaret Sweatman, Catherine Hunter, Jonathan Ball, and Andrew Burke. Thank you to Professor James Hanley for teaching history of science to a lot of arts students who are terrified of their science requirement. And most importantly, thank you to my mom for proofreading this speech and literally every essay I wrote during my degree. I'll close by quoting The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by science fiction author and environmental activist Douglas Adams. On the planet Earth, humans had always assumed that they were more intelligent than dolphins because humans had achieved so much. The wheel, New York, wars, and so on. Whilst all dolphins had ever done was muck about in the water, having a good time. But, conversely, the dolphins had always believed that they were far more intelligent than humans, for precisely the same reasons. You've all accomplished something incredibly difficult, and you should be proud. Learning to rest deeply is even harder. It will be slower and less linear than university, and this is the moment to begin discovering it. Congratulations, 2020 arts graduates.
Thank you, Cale, for those very thoughtful words. So students, I want you to know how proud we are to share in your success. It's a privilege to celebrate with you today. You are graduating in unusual times. And while it may look different this year, it is still a time of celebration. It's a time to look back on your accomplishments with pride and to look ahead with anticipation for what is to come. Whether you're launching a career or pursuing further studies, this is an important milestone on your journey, and we celebrate your achievements. We're proud of the way you stepped up to the challenges of this school year, finding creative ways to complete papers, continue research, and stay connected. Now, as the class of 2020, you have new opportunities to make an impact on the community in your own unique way. Maybe you don't always feel equipped for some of the complicated issues we are facing in the world today. But I want to encourage you, you're more prepared than you realize. You have developed foundational, transferable skills to navigate the complexity of the current times, and you have a solid foundation to bring change to your chosen field. As a part of this year's Convocation celebrations, we've recognized some exceptional staff, faculty, and alumni award winners. Each of these individuals, Dr. James Hanley, Dr. Jim Silver, Dr. Carlos Colorado, Valerie McKinley, and Cale Plett, go above and beyond to make a difference in our community. I'd like to extend congratulations to our honorary degree recipient, Ms. Tanya Cardinal, a celebrated actor of First Nations and Métis descent. She's broken barriers for on-screen representations of Indigenous peoples. She's opened up to us new perspectives, enriched our understanding of the world, and carved a path for a generation of actors and artists to follow in her footsteps. One of these artists is our very own Tina Keeper, this year's Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. When Tina Keeper was starting out, there was very little Indigenous representation in the performing arts. But Tanya Cardinal was there, providing vital inspiration. After completing her BA in theatre, Tina went on to be the first Indigenous person to win a Gemini for a leading role on a dramatic series in Canada, one of many achievements. She's a role model and a source of inspiration, and an amazing example of where a University of Winnipeg degree can take you. Earlier this year, before the pandemic stopped us from gathering on campus, we hosted an event in the Asper Centre for Theatre and Film. At this event, we heard from post-secondary industry and government leaders who talked about the vital role universities play in providing graduates with the right skills, knowledge, and abilities to learn and succeed. This graduating class has many examples of that. You've learned to think creatively, solve complex problems, collaborate, and communicate effectively with people from diverse backgrounds. These skills are building blocks of successful careers. And though your path to your dream job may not be straight, these experiences have set you up for success. You hear people say that in the future, people will hold many jobs and do many different things. But I've seen that happening for a long time. Whatever your major, your university experience helps you to be the kind of decision maker, the kind of leader that the world needs. Winnipeg has a strong reputation for graduating leaders. We're a close-knit community committed to outstanding scholarship, research excellence, and community engagement. We know how important it is to graduate with knowledge that reaches deep and wide. That's why all our science students take at least one humanities course. And as Cale mentioned, all our art students take at least one science course. And every program includes an Indigenous course requirement. The ability to see the world from diverse perspectives will stay with you throughout your career. It's an exciting time, but it can also feel a bit scary if you imagine yourself heading into an unknown future alone. But you are not alone. Your classmates, teachers, parents, family members, and friends have all played an important role in your education. They've supported you, encouraged you, and inspired you to push through the long hours of study. And they will continue to celebrate your success wherever your next steps take you. On behalf of the University of Winnipeg, congratulations. There are great things ahead for you. Before I wrap up, I'd like to acknowledge that whatever path you choose going forward, your parents, guardians, and friends have played an important role in getting you to this point and will continue to support you as you enter the next chapter of your professional or academic career. If they're sitting with you, please take this opportunity to thank them. Today's ceremony has not been a typical one, and while very different from what we envisioned, it still required a lot of planning. I'd like to thank the many members of the university community who have helped organize this event, including our media and video services teams for helping us come into your homes today, our convocation officer, Kylie Stasla-Tirian, and the records team for ensuring that you received your parchment and all the details for today's event, our registrar, Mr. Colin Russell, and our distinguished chancellor, Ms. Barb Gammy, for their contributions to today's ceremony. We will close with the traditional honors song, sung by Alison Cox, followed by the national anthem, sung by our registrar, Mr. Colin Russell. Thank you, graduates, for making us so proud, and to all of you for joining us today. We wish you all the best in the next chapter of your life adventure and hope that you keep in touch with the university.
nos fraises de fleur en gloria. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Et à valeur de foi trempée protégera nos foyers et nos droits. We stand on guard.